Ever struggled with managing your money? Well, I've been there too. Ever since I started earning, money management was my biggest challenge. I knew how much I earned, but where it went every month? No clue. That's when I started tracking my finances on Notion, and it was a game changer. Suddenly, I had full control over my money. I knew exactly what I was earning, what I was spending, where I was investing, and what I was saving. So today, I'm sharing the exact personal finance tracker I built for myself. No complicated Excel sheets, no confusing formula, just a simple system that actually works. The key here is simplicity and it's super easy to use. Alright, now let's learn how to fill this personal finance tracker. In this template, we have 5 main tabs: the transaction log, income summary, expenses summary, debt summary, and investment summary. In the home page or the dashboard, we can also see our monthly net cash flow. Now, here's the best part: you only need to fill one tab, the transactions tab, and all the other tabs and their summaries are updated automatically. Easy, right? But there's only one rule: you must fill the transactions tab correctly and completely to get accurate results. Now let's go to transactions log and see how to fill this tab. Now this is a pre-filled template to help you understand the categories and labels required to fill in your data correctly. You'll see examples of each category: expense, income, debt, and investment. Now let's add a new entry. Let's say we add freelancing income. This is freelancing. I can change the icon, let's say a bag of cash. In type, I'll select income. Let's say we earn $5,000 from freelancing this month. Let's select a date. Let's say we got money on 22nd of May. Let's select the month, which will be May. Now you'll see there are 4 category columns: income category, expense category, debt category, and investments category. Now since this is freelancing income, we only need to fill the income category column. Let's click here and we need to select a subcategory for our income. Let's say we select side hustle. If the subcategory doesn't exist and we want to create a new subcategory, that can also be done. Let's say we want to create a new subcategory of freelancing here. So we can simply type freelancing and click here and a new subcategory will be created. For now, for this example, I'm just going to remove this and keep it to side hustle. Now let's quickly add a few expense, debt, and investment entries for May so we can see how everything flows in the summaries. Once that's done, let's head back to the dashboard. Now let's go to Income Summary tab. You'll see a separate page is created for each of your income source like salary, rental income, business income, etc. You can even change the icons if you like. Here's the powerful part: you can add your expected income in the budget column, and the progress bar will show how close or far you are from that goal. Now let's go to the expense tab. Let's go back to the dashboard and let's go to the expense summary tab. One important thing to note here is that these are combined summaries till date. So if you added rent in April and again in May under households, then your household expense now reflects the total of both months. For example, if your combined budget for April plus May was $2,000, however you have already spent $2,200, your progress bar shows that you are 10% over budget. This makes it super easy to spot where you are overspending and take action. Based on what you see in the expense summary, you can add your thoughts or action in this mind dump section. For example, since I am over budget in households, I'll probably write, look for more affordable renting options. Simple, yet it is very powerful in the long run. It helps you identify what actions you need to take. You'll see similar summaries in debt and investments. I'm not going to deep dive into those. It's similar to what we see in income and expenses summary. Here's a pro tip. This is something that I like to do. At the beginning of every month or at the end of the previous month, I like to update my budget columns in each of the summary tabs so that my progress bar remains accurate. Now let's look at dashboard again. The table here shows monthly net cash flow. Since we added 4 entries for May, after deducting expenses, debt repayments, and investments, we are left with $2,900 for May so far. Below that, we have a calendar view for bill tracking. Any bill that has a fixed due date, like rent, electricity, Netflix, etc., we can add it here to make sure that we never miss a payment. At the top, we'll see a cash flow chart which shows our monthly cash flow. For example, for April, we were left with $2,730, and for May, we have $2,900, so our net positive cash flow is $5,630. You'll also find similar charts in income, expense, debt, and investments tab. For example, in income tab, if I go, it shows what are my sources of income. So from salary, I earn $5,000, from side hustle, I earn $5,000, and from investment, I earn $100. If you face any challenge in filling this template, you can mail your query to us and we will help you resolve it. Trust me, this personal finance tracker is definitely worth it. It not only helps you understand your money better, but also helps you budget and make confident financial decisions. Take charge of your finances now and build the life you are working towards. And if you found this helpful, hit subscribe and drop a comment below. See you in the next one. Keep hustling.